almost there. Mm-hmm. I'm so bad at this. I think that's good. My only point of reference for somebody who's been on the other side of a camera like this. Should I look at the camera? The only other person is Anthony Bourdain, and he called it some kind of eye. He was the great mysterious eye. This is a nice chair. Yeah, I don't really need a chair though. I like this flag that says art on it. So we had a chanting service for maybe half an hour, and honestly it's what I imagine the universe sounding like. It's very Gregorian chanty. There was this huge this super long, it was 2 hours of this thing called a Dharma encounter. So there's this 3-month period called Ango, which is an intensive meditation and study period. And so today was the conclusion of Ango. They took this person who was maybe a junior teacher, and they made him into a senior one today, and then people asked him questions, but he gave very short replies, and then at the end of each reply he'd bang a stick and go may you have a good life. So this one guy was giving way too much context, and then the head of the monastery was consolidate your question please. So this is one of my friend's studios, but I don't know that she really uses it. So I just put my stuff here. I'll put on my painting sweater. And then I'll fill my water. Oh, it has water in it, so. Let's be clear, I'm not afraid to get paint on my hands, it's just annoying to get off, especially when it's acrylic. I feel black might be cool to start with today. I nailed a bed sheet because I ran out of canvas, and I don't sleep with top sheets, so.
That's your own sheet?
Yeah. I just kind of move across. But I just try to fill it up, let the brush strokes play off of each other sometimes, but also just explore the kind of medium space within. So when it gets to this point and there's not much left, I add another color. Oh, that's gonna be pretty red, sludgy color. Very rarely do I trash a color, and if I do, I put it on this canvas that I have just kind of to clean off my palette. I think a snapshot of a moment in time. I was telling you today I got it pulled over for speeding, and that's kind of frustrating. It's making me think oh, should I drive a little slower because I got caught? But if I hadn't been caught, I'd be going at the same speeds. But I'm also enjoying being in a better place with my anxiety in a lot of respects. So I'm trying not to let the speeding ticket take too much space in my head. Oh, see, it's a different kind of red. But yeah, I feel these kind of have to be worked on or completed quickly, because otherwise it just, there's other stuff that gets tied into it, and that doesn't necessarily have to do with this initial process. It makes me feel good about myself. I get a strong sense of identity through it. I feel very proud to paint. Now, this is what I do when I have extra paint. Take this guy, and I go like this. And this is a very Gerhard Richter stance or like thing to do. Like this is how he made a lot of his big abstract paintings. What's today, the 23rd? All right, hopefully I'll remember that. There we go. And then I usually take a picture of my progress. And this feels pretty good for a day. Yeah, I'd like to finish this before Thanksgiving, but we'll see if that happens. It's on a bed sheet after all. All right, that's it. Each of these dots is like a different part of me that reacts to information intake or inhaled, and then is like how the information is then exhaled like back into the world. I think I gotta take a step back. Well, I am obsessed with the body, mind, and soul imagery. Like I draw that stuff like all day, every day.
Does it look like that?
No, I usually do circles. It felt cathartic in some ways because some of the stuff is very personal.
Well, I mean, it's raw.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's, I mean, whether it may be totally cathartic to you, but as a viewer, it comes across as like raw and honest. We see it from like our position rather than your position. I mean, I can't help but think about color, like, the meaning of different colors and diagrams of color.
Yeah, I think I'm still articulating what it all means. I don't know, the top right one holds a special significance because like for so long I've been given the metaphor of like watching your thoughts kind of drift away on a stream like leaves. And I've just always really struggled with that. But then when I was painting this one, I was like, oh, it's kind of just like brush strokes. And you like make the brush stroke and then it just stays on the canvas now. So it's kind of like it arises and falls in that way. So I liked that. So the tattoo is a sailor's swallow. Every 5,000 nautical miles a sailor would travel, they would get one of these birds tattooed. Even though I didn't travel like 5,000 nautical miles at sea, I still made some pretty like heavy accomplishments in finishing college. I chose to hide my first tattoo because I kind of got it without the full consent of my parents. But now I'm getting this huge, prominent, and super colorful one. So they both knew that it was today. My dad was like, tomorrow's the big ink day. And I was like, you're right, Dad, tomorrow's the big ink day. I just washed all my short sleeve shirts. I mean, I'd like to be pretty filled up. I want to develop each arm and eventually my chest as well, like evenly. My wrist tattoos like aren't for my mom and my grandmother, but like you can make an argument that they are. And my sister was like, what the hell, what about me? Her name is Lily, which is obviously a flower. So maybe I'll get a lily, but I'm not so married to the idea. And then there's gonna be a small necklace on the bird's neck. And that is reference to this tattoo that Anthony Bourdain had that I wanted to get for a very long time, but my parents didn't like the idea, in part because he killed himself and they didn't want me like idolizing somebody who did that. He just opened the world for me. Anthony Bourdain through his shows really enforces or like implies or elevates like such a reverence for these people just by giving them time on camera. He'll go to like a Michelin star restaurant or just like a taco truck in LA and like there's the same appreciation. You know, I just feel like he's such a lover of humanity. My favorite author is Kurt Vonnegut, and a lot of his works, like, it's very central, the idea of humanity and, like, not nihilism, like that we deserve to be alive. And Anthony Bourdain just showed so much humanity both in himself and in the people in his show. It's from Slaughterhouse-Five. It's about, like, acceptance and kind of a letting go of free will, just thinking that, like, everything that's happened already happened and everything that's going to happen has already been. Graduating college or overcoming all these things in my life is like climbing a mountain. And now at the top I get this bird tattoo.
Jake, how are you feeling?
Good. Very happy.
Can I see the final product?
Yes.
All oozy.
Indeed.
Beautiful.
So beautiful. Very, very happy. I'm very happy. I got what I wanted, and I will wear it proudly. And it was great to have you there with me.
Would you give any advice to your younger self?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'd tell him honestly to just do everything the way he did it, but just know that you're gonna get like the shit kicked out of you like multiple times. But that's okay. You know, you're gonna hurt Delilah when you break her heart, and you know, or Beverly when you kind of keep pulling the reins back, and you know, you're gonna be mean to this one girl whose name I can't really remember. You're gonna tell off your old basketball coach, and you're gonna tell off your ex-girlfriend. Those are like maybe 5 to 10 examples of times you acted in ways you're not proud of. But there's thousands or millions of other instances every single day that people carry with them because of you. Sometimes when I get overwhelmed, all I want to do is sleep, but that's really not the way to get out of problems. Life is very beautiful, which is a cliche, but don't focus on the negative, which is a negative. So focus on the positive. Don't lean in too heavy. Love with your whole heart, but be careful sometimes. You shouldn't act how you don't feel. You should act how you feel. Yeah.